Good morning. My name's Ryan Littlestone from forexflow.live. Today we're going to get straight into it and a ramping pound as we start the week. I'm going to look at the cable chart, pound versus the dollar, the daily chart we're going to start off with. And here we can see, we've had a bit of a blow up. Last week we had the elections across the UK. We had the Scottish elections, Welsh elections, and a lot of council elections in England. There's been a bit of a risk premium put into this, or at least an air of risk around this event. Although there's been, big headlines about it, really for the pound, it's pretty neutral. And there was last week, as I say, a bit of risk going in that the pound might suffer if the SNP in Scotland took the win again and got a majority. They missed that by one seat, but they've got other independent parties likely to be involved with them. So from that side of things, the Scottish independence referendum is going to be something that builds up. In England, Boris had a pretty good run across the council elections, picking up some councils he didn't have in areas that were predominantly Labour, taking a lot of councillors. So on that side of things were positive. Now, again, I didn't really think that there'd be much impact in the pound, but it seems that perhaps now we've got over this event, the pound has rallied on, and this morning we've seen pound pairs kick on, and as I say, cable's up through 140 quite strongly. That's our first support point, around about 140.20 into 140. We're now looking up at 141, and we've just come up 3 pips short of that in today's move. We have got some minor levels here above here into the 141 area, as you can see on the chart there, but we really don't start to hit anything big until we get towards 142. And we can see that better on the weekly chart. Now, this is a zone that I've marked in blue here on the weekly that's been in place pretty much I was looking at before Brexit. And this is an area that I thought the pound, if it rallied after we got the Brexit vote at the beginning of the year, this is where it could hit some trouble, and indeed it did. And we got obviously the big move down and into the virus year, and everything else is history, as they say. But while we're above 140, and if we get above 141, we're heading to this big area again. It's pretty wide, 142 to 144. And it could be somewhere that either halts this rally, but if we break it, then potentially we got our eyes set on 150 now. And then again, we're starting to eat into this Brexit move that happened from 2016. So a lot to look at in this pair at the moment. As I say, there's got a strong tailwind behind it, so it's not something you want to fight at the moment. Pick your spots if you do want to fight it. This 141 area could be an area to scout for a short, maybe grab 20, 30 pips out of it. But at the moment, it's not straying too far. I'm watching the price action as we speak, and it's, as I say, it's hit 140.97, but it hasn't dropped back too far from that area. So it could be we do get a stronger tailwind. We're over the election hump, and perhaps we see this blow on through because next week the UK enters another period of easing restrictions. Things are pretty much back to normal, and then the final period in June where apparently all restrictions are gone, masks, social distancing, all that sort of stuff is gone, and hopefully we're back to normal. So the next pair I want to look at quickly is Euro Sterling, and again this sort of told the picture this morning because it hadn't really moved last week. We saw the dollar moving and on the back of the bad non-farm payrolls report. And this pair, which tells you whether the pound's moving or not, or whether the euro's moving or not, didn't really move. But we saw it move today, and now we're seeing it coming off. And we've got a little bit of a range between 87.20 and 86.20. And that's what we need to look at this pair. If we get under 86, then we're looking at another potential move down to the 85.50 area. And that was a pretty solid support zone before. So again, the pound, strong tailwind at the moment. Watch your levels here. If they break, we've got some more coming. If they hold, then potentially we're still in the ranges. And last pair I want to look at here is the dollar NOK, which I looked at last week briefly. This is a pair that I've been shorting around 8.35. Looking a little bit dodgy last week, but the non-farm payrolls did me a favour, and it's kicks that all the way down into the 8.20s. I've taken some profit down to 8.21. Still looking to push this short down towards 8.10, 8.11, maybe even further. As always, I wish you luck this week and good luck with your trading.